Dude, the vinyl version of 10,000 gecs by 100 gecs it has different verses than the version that's on Spotify. My girlfriend got me this for Christmas. It's June. This is the first time I put this vinyl on the record player, and there's verses I've never heard before. I'm so excited right now. Also, by the way, like this is what calms me down when I work. Like if I am worked up and I need to be calmed down, this is the type of stuff that like really just calms my brain. Guys, huge development. I finally joined the AMC Stubbs A-list. I was reading the fine print. I'm entitled to 4 movies a week and a kiss on the cheek from Nicole Kidman wearing a pinstripe suit. So I'm just kidding about that last part. But when I watch that ad, I know she's Australian, but sometimes I kind of feel like she has a Boston accent. Like, heartbreak feels good here.
You know what American food is? It's not burgers, it's not hot dogs. It's that craving that you get when you want like a chain or a brand, but not the food that they sell. American food is wanting Chipotle, but doesn't mean you want Mexican. I want mac and cheese, but like I want Kraft. I'm not boiling pasta. Well, I want Annie's. American food is when you want the processed stuff.
Duracell size check. AAA. It's kind of crazy how many basic skills humans just do not have anymore. Like last night, I made pasta for the first time, like made the dough, kneaded it, shaped it, whatever. And when I had the ball of dough, I was so proud of myself. I was like, oh my God, I just like made dough. And then when that feeling wore off, I was like, shouldn't I just know how to make dough? That seems like such a basic skill that everybody should have, right? Like, could you imagine saying to basically any human in history who wasn't like royalty or rich, feudalist type person that you don't know how to make bread? If you said to basically any person like 100 years ago and before that you don't know how to make bread, that person wouldn't be able to understand how you keep yourself alive. And none of us know how to make bread. I mean, I know how to make bread, but I don't know how to make bread. It's basically like if I took someone from 500 years ago, brought them here, and I was like, you can't make a phone call. You don't know how to send an email. You can't send an email. Well, you're gonna die. It is so frustrating how during this election, there are opinions on candidates from the left and the right that could not possibly exist at the same time. You have Donald Trump going on Joe Rogan talking about, oh, that Kamala Harris, you know, she had a big part of defund the police. She's a big defund the police person. And then remember when Kamala got nominated, so many people on the left were like, oh, they're gonna nominate a cop? Like Kamala Harris, like put all those people away for marijuana charges. Like Kamala Harris is a cop. How can those things exist at the same time? The thing is, you shouldn't make your wife a coffee, because if you make your wife a coffee, then that sets a precedent for Kamala Harris to come into your house and chop your wiener off. Listen, I'm not like a huge Tom Brady fan, but he lost me. He lost me yesterday. And it's not because I find it pathetic when a man's doing too little too late. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the fact that he chose to use the Chicks version of Landslide. If you ever play the Chicks version of Landslide in front of me, I'm turning that garbage off and putting on Fleetwood Mac. Specifically, that live version at Warner Brothers Studios in 1997. This one's for you, daddy. I love these people posting about Trump winning by a landslide and their source is like Polymarket. Do you seriously think that a gambling market website is an accurate representation of the country? First of all, if you're gambling on real world events like the presidential election, you have an addiction. Without a doubt, you are addicted to gambling and you have a problem. And then anyone with a gambling addiction is like obviously voting for Donald Trump. Like, if you have a gambling addiction, you probably love sports, you probably love the UFC, you're probably really masculine. That's like if I went to like a queer slam poetry event and took a poll and I'm like, look guys, Kamala's got it in the bag. The people over at Time Magazine who choose Person of the Year are so unbelievably lazy. And I'm not here to be like, oh, Donald Trump's an issue. Donald Trump shouldn't be Person of the Year. Like the people at Time Magazine are giving him a platform. That's my point. My point is every 4 years, the Time Magazine Person of the Year is the president-elect. A quarter of the time, the decision is made for them. Like, why are they even still doing this? The top 3 contenders for Time Person of the Year this year was Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, and Benjamin Netanyahu. Those are actually some of the most hated people on planet Earth. Like, what does the matter with you guys? Not to mention that in 1938 and 1939, their back-to-back choices were Hitler and Stalin. By 1943, they should have lost all credibility and just closed up shop.
Brigitte Macron is not her wife's father. I refuse to believe that. I refuse. I understand that Candace Owens has 15 hours of content explaining why that's the case, but stop trying to drag me down the alt-right pipeline with Brigitte Macron is a transgender woman who married her son. Like, stop. Just stop trying to drag me down the alt-right pipeline with the president of France is married to his father. What the fuck are you saying to me? What the hell? It used to be, you'd find out about QAnon through mainstream media, and now we're talking about the president of France is married to his father on TikTok. Like, this is a mainstream way of receiving information. Stop trying to drag me down the alt-right pipeline and just don't want to go there. I 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 don't want to go. Elon Musk wears a t-shirt and brings his snot-nosed little son into the Oval Office. If you wear a t-shirt in the Oval Office, that is disrespectful. Take your ass. I was gonna say I wanted to say this for a while, but I don't want to say this to many people. I don't. But take your ass back to Africa. Of all the places in the world that should have a boyfriend couch, like fucking Sephora doesn't have a boyfriend couch. Like, there's nowhere for me to sit in Sephora. I just gotta walk around like holding bags and holding drinks. Like, there's nowhere for me to sit. Like, of all the stores in the world, like, Sephora is probably the #1 place that needs to have a boyfriend couch, and there's no boyfriend couch in Sephora.
I remember when I was the cool water bottle. Now everyone wants an Awala. I used to be cooler than the Hydro Flask. Now I only come in black.
Some of you people get on a toast kick where you can't stop even eating toast. I got on a kick where I can't stop making butter. I can't stop churning. I yearn to churn. When you are bringing someone to the airport, like dropping them off at the airport, thank God there's airport security, because you would have to go to the gate with that person, depending on who they are. But you would have to go to the gate with your person if it wasn't for airport security. Like, girlfriends would, I was going to say make you, boyfriends would be obligated to bring their girlfriend all the way to the gate for a flight that they're not even on if it wasn't for airport security. And listen, if that was the MO, if that's how the world worked, I would happily do it. I would happily do it, no complaints. It'd be my duty. But because I'm physically not allowed to go that far without a ticket, it's, thank God. I've never been a server. I've never worked at a restaurant, but I've been seeing a lot of videos of people complaining and telling stories of how ridiculous their customers can be. I think it's coming up due to this Gen Z stare thing, but it makes me want to tell this story of a friend. And he's probably going to see this, honestly. And if he does, like, this genuinely did alter my opinion of you as a customer. You're a good friend, but it really, really changed the way that I see you as a person, honestly. Doesn't mean I don't love you. It doesn't. But I have to tell this story. Okay, so one time we're on a road trip, right? Like, we're doing, like, not a road trip, like an 8-hour drive or so. and we pull over to the side. Let's get some breakfast. There's a diner over here. It's great. The diner. First of all, he had 3 questions for the waitress before she even brought us menus. Like, he was just asking questions nonstop. It's like, have you ever been in a restaurant? Have you ever used a menu to order? They're all the same. But the kicker for me, the worst question of all, that will never leave my brain that he asked this was, he decided on like the breakfast sampler where you get, eggs and bacon or sausage or whatever. And then they always come with like a side of toast, right? At a diner. It always comes with a side of toast. And he was like, what type of toast do you have? And the waitress is like, oh, we got white, wheat, rye, sourdough. He goes, do you have French? For the toast options, he asked, do you have French toast? The secondhand embarrassment I got for this poor woman having to explain to him that French toast is obviously not one of the fucking options for the sides of toast with your breakfast meal. It's pissing me off just being here. Like, yeah, French toast. Yeah, this side is gonna be French toast. That's like if I got a burger and they're like, oh, it comes with a side. They got, fries, sweet potato fries. Oh, could I get a side of steak? No, you can't. That's obviously not one of the fucking toasts.